the moment a person lands on our website, from that particular moment to the final conversions, there are multiple steps. Now, if you're working in a cross-functional environment, each step is a responsibility of a particular team. So in our case, top of the funnel is marketing responsibility.
Okay.
It's our job to get as many people as we can, to visit Paisabazaar.
Hi everyone, welcome to Icons Behind Brands. I'm Devleena, your host, and I'm back with one more episode and a very special guest with me today. One of the industry's stalwart, meet Mr. Sachin Vashishtha, the Chief Marketing Officer of Paisabazaar, India's premier digital lending marketplace. With 15 years of expertise, Sachin's strategic brilliance drives business growth. Primarily an entrepreneur, he has co-founded a digital agency managing 25 plus accounts. Sachin's diverse background in BFSI, Telecom, manufacturing gives Sachin a wide spectrum of thinking process. So join us with me as we delve deep into Sachin's journey and unfold it through this conversation. A very warm welcome to you, Sachin, on Icons Behind Brands.
Thank you. Thanks, Devleena. Thank you for having me here. Hi, everyone.
Super. Sachin, I am very excited to know about your journey a bit because it's not conventional, it's unconventional, a lot of things you have done. So if you take us through your journey a bit, and then we will move ahead towards the conversation.
Yeah, sure, Devleena. So I've been with Paisabazaar almost since inception. Paisabazaar started in 2014. I joined Bazaar in 2014, a few months later. Mm-hmm. So seen the entire journey from being a very small startup to now a listed entity. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have remained the same throughout this journey. I still remember, when we were the fifth entrant in the market. There were already four players already working in the same space, in the lending space, and within a time frame of 2 to 3 years, we became number one. That was a journey.
That's a pretty short time to reach to that place.
And we have maintained that position till now by a huge. It's a matter of huge pride for the entire team. So we have seen the ups. We have also seen the COVID times when suddenly the revenue vanished. We were doing a certain amount of revenue every month, and suddenly it dropped by more than 90%. Basically, during the COVID times, they were unclear. Nothing was clear.
Yeah, almost all the businesses.
Right. As a team, how we took it up to that challenge, and then we grew from there. And now we are, in fact, much larger than what we were in pre-COVID, and in fact, much healthier also in terms of profits and everything. So it has been a good journey.
Super. And how COVID has helped you? I'm sure it has helped you because every crisis that has helped.
Yeah, true. So when COVID happened during the first lockdown, it seemed that it was not helping us. Lending almost stopped because lending had a physical leg. You had to sign the documents. There was the offline part, and suddenly it stopped.
Right.
Down to zero. But since, as you rightly said, every crisis has a silver lining. COVID forced all the financial institutions, including banks and BFCs and all. Being the digital first company, we were always, pushing for an end-to-end digital journey, having everything, digitally, so that it will help consumers.
True. One of the recent posts I was looking at when Nitin Kamath have posted about the Deepfake thing, and he has really posted very interesting stuff there. Not at the era of digital and Deepfake. I'm just wondering if we are going back to like you're going for a physical verification to the banks and all. How do you see this, Sachin? I mean, it just came to my mind when you were talking about physical to digital, and now again we are looking towards digital to space.
True. So when technology advances, it brings newer challenges, right? You'll have to counter newer challenges. One thing gets sorted out, it gives birth to other issues. So deepfake is one such issue. I'm sure pretty soon we'll figure out how to tackle this issue of deepfake.
Right. It's too early, But it's a very interesting time to witness and observe what's in progress and how the market is going to make a shape through this technological advancement. Okay. Sachin, from the very beginning, so getting associated with the brands like Paisabazaar, you have seen the entire journey of it from the very beginning. You have seen the brand journey, how it was probably not a brand and now almost everybody knows about it. Let me understand about how do you maintain the brand's consistency towards, across various marketing channels and various touch points.
Sure. So, our core philosophy as a brand, the genesis of Paisabazaar was how we can help people in making the entire lending process simpler. Because lending is a complex process. It is probably one of those few industries where it's a seller's market. It's not a buyer's market.
Okay.
Even if you apply for a loan, it does not guarantee whether you'll get it or not, and whether you'll get it at your terms. Again, that's not guaranteed, right? And then one wrong decision in lending, if you apply for a wrong loan, it impacts your credit score also. So our core philosophy has always been, how can we help people, make them more aware about the entire process, about the credit score, why it's healthy to have a good credit score, how they can make, and how can we make loans available to them in an easier process. That was the core philosophy. Now, like you asked, how are we maintaining the brand consistency across various marketing channels or marketing touchpoints?
Right.
What I believe is, marketing channels or marketing touchpoints, they are just to dissipate your, just to give send your communication to your target audience. What is core is your communication, right? What are you trying to communicate? What are you trying to? So your core ethos, your fundamentals, right? And these fundamentals have remained the same since our beginning. Our core philosophy is पैसों से बढ़कर. Loan is a product. People, when they are either in need, it's either an aspirational product, or you take loan when you are in deep need, right? It is a very sensitive thing. Be it your education, for your education, for your wedding, for your home renovation, or for some medical reasons. They're very sensitive, very personal things, and that's why our philosophy is पैसों से बढ़कर. So is not just money. It is the entire thing of giving someone loan is a thing beyond money.
That's when it reminds the user, even without seeing the logo, that this is from Paisabazaar or this is from this brand. So I feel this is very important topic to cover when we are talking about brand and marketing, and when we are talking about creating a brand for the longer run. Consistency is one of the very important aspects which often gets ignored at times when you start certain startups or something like that. And Sachin, since you are associated with this company from the very beginning, often when you start, the pressure of delivering results are like, it's too much. And at that time, prioritizing your brand building and delivering result, how to balance between them? Because that was the time you need the revenue at first.
Yeah. So we were fortunate that while Paisabazaar started in 2014, we had another entity, Policybazaar, which market leader by then. It started in 2000.
Sure.
And Policybazaar has been dominating the entire online insurance market. I think for last 10-11 years now, right? We had a little bit of comfort from their side, because Policybazaar we established. There were we had a good growth. So the initial pressure was not there, but we were the core DNA is the same. So be it Policybazaar or Paisabazaar, we are very of the fact that the core identity or the core what I would say objective of a business is to make money for its investors while creating value for the consumers.
True. Clarity is extremely important, and that clarity comes with an extremely strong team and foundation. because they are the visionaries. They know the vision that, brand building, it's a long-term process, and probably I might have to invest now, but this is going to give me a long-term results. We spoke about the technology little. Okay. I want to understand from you, Sachin, what strategies do you employ to future-proof the marketing initiative against this rapidly technological advancement?
True. Technology is changing very fast. In fact, the entire marketing landscape is changing very fast, right? But I believe that the core of marketing, which is reaching out to the right consumer at the right time, at the right place with the right message. I think it remains the same. You look at 20 lakh businesses were trying to do the same. You see now all the campaigns, all the channels, all the technology. We're just trying to figure out who is the right consumer. How can I reach out to that consumer with the right message? Now, technology is impacting all, I would say, sub-processes. How are you identifying the right consumer? Earlier, you used to do a lot of research. You used to, define personas, that this is my consumer, this is who is consuming. This is reach out. Now also you are doing it, but you are using technology. There are social, every person has a persona on the internet, right? And what I believe is that your internet persona is even a truer self than what you are trying to portray in your real life, right? Because it is private space, internet. No, that no one is. While a lot of companies are watching, it is easily accessible to a lot of organizations.
Super. It's really fascinating to see the kind of magic which technology is doing in the field of marketing, especially understanding consumers and finding them. And as you said, you're reaching out to a persona on Google on one medium and the other medium at different times, but syncing the message in such a way that it's very personalized and only for you. So Sachin, how do you encourage the cross-functional collaboration between marketing and other departments of the organization?
So marketing operations it's the key for driving business objectives, right? And it cannot work in silos. You'll have to work with different departments, be it the business or the product or the technology, right? Because of the involvement in technologies, you'll have to work with the technology teams directly these days, right? An output of how much reach you got, and similarly it's the input of what would be the revenue business teams would generate. The moment a person lands on our website, from that particular moment to the final conversions, there are multiple steps. Now, if you're working in a cross-functional environment, each step is a responsibility of a particular team. So in our case, top of the funnel is marketing responsibility. It's hard to get as many people as we can to visit Paisabazaar. So you have to basically track how each part of the funnel is behaving, and you have to assign accountability, and it should be well established. Another thing is, you have to encourage communication through open channel. Basically, in our organization, we are very fortunate. Most of our communication is informal. It's like two friends are talking to each other, discussing this. So it builds trust.
Yeah, that's right.
It gives you a comfort that everyone is vouching for the same goal. Third thing is try to standardize as much as you can. The definition of metrics, the platforms, the reporting format, the MIS which you are getting. So try to standardize that, and there should be a single source of truth.
Right. That's very important, to have that commonality while you are performing a different business, different functions. But at the same time, as you have clearly mentioned, the common goal is there, and everybody is working towards that common goal with their own roles and responsibility. Having that clarity of your accountability actually gives a lot of clarity to the process. and having a very strong process towards accountability and common goal, that's when you reach towards the desired results. And you have very clearly mentioned each and every section through this answer, Sachin. We have been talking about the digital marketing strategies. I also want to know that how do you integrate the traditional marketing approaches with digital strategies for maximum impact in this BFSI sector or financial sector?
Basically, so first thing, be it the traditional channel or the digital channels, like I said earlier, they are merely the channels, right? Communication is something which should be consistent on everything. And by integration, if you mean how can we, make these two media fungible, that if you are consuming information on one particular media, how am I treating, or am I moving that person from one media to another?
Right. So linked to this question, there is one more thing which comes up almost always. So at the era where we are talking about very minute details of any persona, and in terms of the analytics and statistics, how do you convince, as a CMO, how do you convince yourself and the team, where you are allocating a certain budget towards the traditional media? You might not get that detailing of the analytics. How do you convince yourself and the team towards, taking that big decision? Because it's a very big decision.
Basically, if it's traditional versus digital media, both have their own pros and cons. Traditional has a wider reach than digital for the same amount of budget, I would say. Digital has more capability of getting optimized, because more details are available on digital. But again, a good marketing mix would be would have both traditional as well as digital. So I remember someone once told me that digital is more like snipers.
Okay.
You pick who you want to target. Why traditional is more like a machine gun, right?
Oh.
And the good army, you need both.
Yes.
You have to have snipers as well as machine gunners, right?
Super. That's an ultimate example of traditional versus digital, Sachin, and that gave us all the clarity about why you need digital and why you need traditional, and why you need to mix up, and you need to take a risk of choosing your own medium which suits you. So again, coming to the Paisabazaar thing, how did you lead the growth of a website traffic from scratch to 25 million in 6 years at Paisabazaar? Like, this is one of the iconic question, and I would really love to know from you, the person behind it.
Yeah. So as a team, we had Policybazaar's legacy for 6 years. Policybazaar started in 2008 and doing very well by the time we reached 2014. Right? We as a team, not only marketing but the other leadership also, we were very clear that personal finance is a complex thing, and we have to make people aware. We knew the importance of content creation since the beginning, and I can proudly say that we are one of those few companies which started investing in content creation since the very beginning. Okay. So even in 2014, we had a large content team, churning out content pieces on relevant personal finance topic, on consumer queries, which were available in different forums on Google, etc. We were trying trying to create relevant content for those people.
Sure.
Right, and this helped, right? This Google rewarded us with greater or larger organic traffic, because we were doing the right thing. We were creating content for our consumers.
And that was the time when not many brands were talking about content and thinking about content.
So I'm talking about 2014. Now you go to any brand, any agency, they'll say content creation is important. You have to have a blog. You have to, and then a number of tools are also available now. But we realized the importance of content creation even then also. And nobody ever questioned the ROI of that particular spend, right? That's why I've said we are fortunate that we had like-minded people and everyone was on the same page. That we have
has
to
trusted on the decisions.
And again, it stems from our core philosophy that we have to make our consumer aware. What are the choices available? What are the right things to do? Or, what things they should avoid while taking a loan. What is credit score? Why it's important? How is it can be improved, etc., etc. Second thing which we realized the importance of brand marketing in the beginning. In fact, we launched our first TV campaign within the first year of our inception. You would not find many startups doing that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So we started in the month of February, March, and in November we had our first campaign on
First TV commercial.
Right. So crisp messaging, crisp and very clear messaging, and the right positioning with the right media mix, of course. It gave us an upper hand because none of us, our competitors, were doing that at that time, and it helped us getting direct traffic. People, started knowing us, that who Paisabazaar, what is available on Paisabazaar, what are the benefits of taking a loan from Paisabazaar there versus going to different banks and different DSAs. These two things, getting more organic traffic, getting more direct traffic, it relieved some pressure because when you start spending in the beginning to purchase through different digital media, it puts a lot of pressure on the unit economics, and you have to justify that spends. When you get, so you mentioned that we reached 25 million, more than 20, currently our traffic is more than that. More than 70% of that traffic which we are getting today is free. It is either direct or organic.
Okay.
So that 70% traffic, it subsidizes the remaining 30%, right? I have a bigger ability to spend because that 70%, it takes care of my unit economics.
Super. That's really amazing, Sachin. Understanding the pulse, what is going to work is very, very important in the landscape where, the algorithm changes every day. So at that time, understanding that what is going to work for you, that is crucial. I mean, that actually creates the differentiation of any brand to another brand. So I really appreciate what you and your team has done, and that trust between the team. That's the cumulative result. That's the common result which you get. So congratulations for that, and really happy that you came and you shared this. Sachin, before we wind up, we have a lot of people who are aspiring to become a marketing professional. What is your message to any aspiring marketing professional?
I would say be curious and adaptable. That is very important. Marketing landscape is changing very fast, and continuous learning is the only key to stay relevant.
So
second thing is, and this is I am not sure whether it's true or not, but this is something it's a general observation I've seen that a lot of people who wanted to become a marketer or who are a marketer, they are very afraid of numbers and data.
Okay.
Right. So my advice is that embrace numbers. You have to get on top of these numbers. You have to know your metrics. You have to track them religiously because that's what would make you better.
True. Because your numbers are going to show you the direction of what story you have to tell to your consumer.
And especially in the current digital age, but numbers are available everywhere.
Yeah.
Have to get comfortable with them.
True. So that's what marketing is. It's a combination of art and science. So you cannot miss the science here. It's very scientific, and that's how you actually reach out to a desired goal, and also you have to optimize your costs at the same time, right?
True.
Superb. Amazing conversation, Sachin. I have thoroughly enjoyed every bit of it.
Thanks, Devleena.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Sachin. Thank you for agreeing for this conversation. It is going to add a lot of value to many people who are going to watch this, and I'm glad that you are here.